Walker Nation Creek Squad. Your boy is on to something here. Looks like more people are at it again, playing God and playing with the weather again. So, it looks like we are back to where things were happening when it hit Texas. New York flooded out the subways. And then all that time ago when Abu Dhabi came out and admitted there was the testing going on with the whole cloud seeding thing when they were doing to find a plane up that's got these little seed shooters out on the side of the wings. I'm not mistaken, but it's not on the side of the wing, but they're using planes to fly up high into the clouds. And they shoot out what seems to be like some sort of like little seeds into the clouds. And then with time, they turn into just these this crazy monstrosity storms. And what my general concern is about this is I think the reason they are trying to do this is to push people either to push people out of communities or really try to raise anything. It is to destroy the community, but I'd say push people out and then someone takes and runs that community, someone of like high money, and they claim they're going to do this and this and this. But let me walk you through the steps here because I've got a little thing here. Cloud seeding, traditional method of making rain that was used in the 1940s. First thing, aircraft injects silver, endidity, endodiddy, or no, diddy, I can't freaking scared, or substance into the atmosphere. Please excuse me, but I'm not good with words. Words are hard. But then it's like some sort of like it is. It's like a cloud thing. They literally seed the clouds, and then the chemical mimic the particles that serve as the surface for the condition that creates water droplets. And in the third part, once the conditional or condensational creates water droplets that are a large enough rain will fall. So that's what's happening in Oregon right now Clackamas or Clackamas River, where they said it is a level 3 evacuation issue. They said it got to be 26 foot. And with everything that is going on over there, dude, it's like the same scenario that's happening in when New York had the subways flood out. The same situation that happened in Texas. I believe it was in Houston. I think Houston or Austin, somewhere. There's somewhere in Texas where that happened. And then there was there was more than one place that flooded like that. There was more than one place that flooded like that because it's all the doing of cloud seeding. Somebody in Texas came out and admitted that they were doing the cloud seeding deal. Like, I get it that you want to use that method to put stuff into the clouds and then cause for it to heavy rain, especially for all the places that drought. Honestly, I think California could use that, to be honest. But the thing is, what they're doing is they're putting chemicals into those clouds, and the chemicals come down out of the water droplets when they drop the seeds into the water, into the clouds that come out of the clouds into the water, which enters the atmosphere, and it causes for like just this weird chemical colored water. Because there was a part where somebody recorded in Texas, they've got like this odd acid tone looking water. It almost looks like a patina because it's kind of rainbowish, like muddy rainbow color. And you know that water ain't clean. And there was even a point to where they found where the water looked blue too. And if somebody was to take and scoop it up, take it up to a lab and do some experimenting, they can find what chemicals is in that, and they can figure out what chemicals is in that. Let me get that word right quick before I look like an idiot, because if I say that word wrong, everybody's going to look at me like, well, this man said it stupidly. I mean, I can care less if you guys want to troll me for how I talk, but let's see. Let me put it in right quick, and we'll let Siri talk it for us, as long as I ain't got it set to stupid. Oh, it's in Spanish. Oops, I don't need it in Spanish. It's hold on, give me a second. Silver into uh let me see. Okay, right there. Okay, hold on. So we get it right so you guys can hear the word. because that's what they're using into the clouds that come from the plains. Did it work?
Silver inodide.
Silver inodide. Okay, not silver indidity. The frick, it's silver inodide. But it's what they're using that the planes shoot off into the clouds. And then with time, it starts to build into a big cloud where rain and stuff comes out of it. And endlessly, like, just has rain endlessly. To the point it just falls, to the point it floods places. I mean, look at a lot of past, like, look at all the past stuff, all that long, not that long ago, all that flooding. And then look at the time where, I think it was Abu Dhabi or Dubai, but they came out and said that they were doing the cloud seeding deal with a plane. And then there was even a man that came out and said he was doing it in Texas too. Even had a wind machine where they could make tornadoes and create wind. So this is people out here trying to play God. Simply, people out here are just trying to play God. But I don't get why they're doing it. But in my opinion, I feel the reason they are flooding these places is to get people out so they can take and redo and make a whole new community, or someone with big money buys it. I mean, that is my opinion. I'm not always 100% right. This is just me thinking outside the box with being a free thinker. But I almost feel like it has something to do with property value. But I was like, how's the guy doing anything with property value? That's what I'm trying to figure out on how to explain without sounding like a dumbass. But I'm sure somebody gets the idea of the picture I'm trying to paint until, like, with what I'm trying to tell. Because, you know, if you take and wash away communities and you take and make it to where nobody's living there and everybody's pushed out and no one's able to live there once, like, the condition of it's so bad, someone just buys it and then they take and re-renovate it and change a lot of it up and start a whole new community. Almost like they're trying to just do that purposely. Someone with big money in these organizations and all these people out here that are playing God with the rain machines and the wind machines and shit. It's insanity. But that's what's going on in Oregon. For reals. Don't take my word for it. Look up cloud seeding, 1940. Read into it. Look what it's all about. And look at all the common events that people have, like, pinpointed to what could have been the cause. Texas, New Mexico, New York subways, now Oregon, the rivers. What next? The Mississippi River? They're going to try to flood the Mississippi River and try to recreate that whole Hank Williams Jr. song. But instead of it going dry, they're going to probably try to flood it so everything can be wiped away. Almost like they're trying to play like God when he promised Noah he was going to never flood the earth again. That's my opinion. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I'm just free thinking, and I'm just out thinking outside the box with my own idea. Okay? So, I don't have much else to really talk about, except I just wanted to jump on that and talk about it because it was on my feed on Instagram, and then I took and dived in to listen to a little bit of a news story on here before I decided to jump in on this. I just got a little bit of enough information that I needed to kind of share my thought on it. Because, I mean, literally, New York, New Mexico, Texas, now Oregon. There's probably another place. But then, like I said, in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, one of them, but they came out and said that they were doing cloud seeding. But then another source says, oh, no, they didn't do that. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. Yeah, there's always two sides to one story. And sometimes some story has, like, once you find the right amount of detail and the right amount of factual evidence that backs that up, and you'll be like, I'm over here on this one. This one's more convincing and more compelling on what it's trying to persuade you to, like, get the idea of what it's trying to get to you. So, like I said, free thinking, speaking out loud. Later, Walker Nation. Later, Creek Squad. We out this mug.